So, leading off of where we left earlier, let's... Okay. Okay, and then that should... Oh. And then... If... And then this is just temporary. This is just a way to get up and down. And then... I'm probably gonna have to replace those with full-on blocks, knowing that... Actually... I might not need to do that if I follow a basic pattern. And so, if I replace all these... And this is mostly so it keeps... So, if I do this... So the plan for this right here is... Let's... Now the only downside is... I'm pretty sure mobs can spawn in this. But that is kind of a risk I'm taking. Because it doesn't seem... Never mind. We're gonna... Hey man. See, I have no issue with you. Personally, your pearls are very handy to me, though. So, this is, I guess, a little spoiler for future reference that I'm gonna need a bunch of both. And then I'm probably gonna take down... Probably not. I sort of want to take down that area and flatten it out a bit. But I might do a bit more of a flatter area. Just so it takes a lot less to destroy and remake. Then again, that's very dependent on how quick I can get mending. How much coal do I even have? Screw the coal, I need blackstone. Yeah, no, cause that's that. Yeah, no, I just need blackstone. And I guess coal. But mostly blackstone. And then I guess I can clear out some format of a path for this. Raise these to make look a bit higher and sharper. So, oh wait, I could eat. No. I'm gonna take this for coal. I'm gonna... That's good for now. And then 60 to 63. It's enough. Yeah, no, that's definitely having to go in the basement. If I ever said anything needs to go in the basement, it's definitely this. Okay, now let's see. I'm gonna first get a new shield set up. Wait, yep, there's the material for a new shield. And then a few blocks. What? Okay. Now I'm gonna keep this right here in the inventory. So if anything happens, I have a backup. That's obsidian, which I will need quite a chunk of it later on. Because what I plan on doing is heavily required on obsidian. So I'm gonna need a bunch of it. Let's just take what's necessary, so about minimum requirement. We'll send coal back in there, iron. Because all I need is to take a bunch of these. Ooh. Looks like I'm going back on a gold hunt. Silk touch. So I should be good with the silk touch. And then if I need to, I'll just use fortune. then I have gold helmet on. Nothing can go wrong. We're gonna use this. Okay, there's that. Bear, no, my baby. Bear. That is your family, Princessa. Don't be barking at your family. You're extremely feisty for a dog of your height. And it's not even, oh, you're feisty. You're just a big crybaby. That's it. You literally just one big baby. Not to mention, you're technically an adult dog, too. So what, are you a Karen now? Someone help, I think my dog's a Karen. Because she seemed to be caring a bit too much about things that don't involve her. Bear, chill. Bear, you know exactly who you're barking at. So I don't know why you're giving all this attitude. Drama queen. I am really trying to avoid eyesight with these guys. I can handle to various degrees of these guys. But that's with me getting the first hit off. Stop walking in my way. Where's the child at? The child has been safely secured. There. Now, I don't need to worry about no children. That's actually very... For as much as I love this color of blue, I hate the creatures that spawned in it. With various degrees of I do not want to fight. And they are all about fighting. Hello, hello, hello. Nope. See, I'm giving 50 shades of nope. And I think I even know where I'm at. Yeah, I know, because I built this. See, I know where I am. Sometimes. That could have ended bad. You're even moving all my blocks around. That's right, my blocks. Nope. Nah, I need to eat first. Man is on more than a mission. That is... You know what? I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. But I'm not giving you anything else. Because holy cow, you suck. That was a lot more riskier than I intended it to be. The intention was pure. Child, you don't want this. Trust me. Hey man, what we doing? Nope, not you. Those guys are the second biggest threat to my life in this game. Well, besides myself, obviously. I'm my first biggest threat. Oh my gosh, child. No, no, no. You... No. What part of I let you live don't you understand? And why did you have so much health? La familia. What? No, no, no. Don't you dare run off. Fine, I guess I'll let you live. Doesn't mean I said I'd let you live. If I would've got jumped by those pigmen, I would have been completely annoyed. Because then I would have questioned why they're helping their biggest one of their biggest ops. Oh yeah, no, this is where that child attacked me. Oh yeah, that's where I killed the child. Oh yeah, this is where my employees. Ah, I see I got a new one. Got yourself a girlfriend, I see. Good job, man. Good job. I commemorate you. Like, words. Yeah, words. Not really anything in there I want. Commend you? Yeah, I think that's what I was looking for. I commend you. Hi, child. Hmm. Nothing doesn't. They. Yeah. English. Nothing English. What I was trying to say is nothing dangerous can spawn around here. Right? Okay. I blame you guys for feeding my addiction of this block game. I blame myself for feeding my own addiction. Ay, no, 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 no. No, no. No. Never again. Ooh. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And let's go. We got something that's better than nothing. And nothing was the plan. How much of these do we get? Oh, 51. 51 with a max of 3. That can get me about not enough, is what my math works out to. It's some insane math. Excessive intelligence math. Not even Einstein can comprehend the amount of math I just did in my head. Okay, yeah, no, so if I have... Oh, I got 3 ender pearls. I guess that's a good pick me out of this situation. Or at least get my loot to a safer zone. As long as I don't freak out. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, no. My helmet's good. I could take a few hits and burns. I love that I didn't even think of my helmet for the majority of that. There has to be a better way that isn't a mod farm right now because I don't want to build a new one and then feel like I want to build something else for it. It's effectively laziness because it's putting more time than what I have through my day. Bears, you girls are wackos. Really? Bless you, bear. There it is. I know I had some laying around, I just didn't know where. Oh, because children ones are the only ones actually big enough to spawn on this bridge. That actually explains enough of my questions. Ooh, a beautiful vein. I guess the term vein, if you're mining this stuff, does make a semblance. Oh, I gotta put that thing out of its misery now. Dog, just die. Oh no. Give it some. It was done humanely, I swear. He denied help. I gave him everything he needed to go out peacefully. It's his fault. He ran. Oh wait, this is actually a pretty tight vein. I don't remember what the piglin block radius is for this. I just know if it's too close, it's not safe enough for me. If the chances aren't 0, it's not good enough. Then again, I've proved myself wrong in that statement. Okay, just checking at that point. I remember why I avoided there. Bear, babies. That's the big crybaby in the back. Out of all the children in my family, she is the loudest. And I still don't know how, because she's the smallest. She surprises me every day with how loud she can be. And, you would assume, oh, she gets tired eventually, right? See, that's your mistake. She doesn't get tired. And if she does, she doesn't let us see it. She'll let us see when she's sleepy tired, but vocally, I don't think she can ever get tired. That should be a good amount. I will have to come back and just gather every bit of nether core I find, because that's gonna be very handy later on for me. But right now I have no need for it, and I don't even know if I'm guaranteed to be using it. Bear, you literally just finished a what, 3-minute bark session? You can go 2 minutes without barking. No, don't you run away. You're a dedicated guy, I'll give you that. But also, I don't need to be bothered right now. That little amount of XP might actually... Is there a way to farm you guys? And I was trying to avoid punching a piglin. Or a pigman. Because one little swing on them and I declared war with the entire race. And I don't need that, because that is generational aggression from these guys. They'll be hating for decades. I'll be gone and they'll be hating my grandchildren. All because one little swing made one feel weak. And I'm not dealing with that. And then I guess I do need a bit of this just to like cover a ground floor of the big ball or meteor. But besides that, that actually should be good though. Remember everybody, it's not what 1 did, it's not what 2 did, it's what 10 did. 10 didn't. That's a bit of humor, I guess. Yeah, so we chill, right? I trapped one of the children, just to let you know. Run. No. What do I feel like one escaped the portal? Yeah, bear, no, it's not worth it. I promise, it's not worth it. You barked long enough. You barked to never bark again. I love that you're a good vocal baby, but you need to chill. And I'm the one that doesn't mind your barking, my little Dougie. No, Hat man. Okay. Now this should be enough, hopefully, to get something done. Then again, that is a hopefully, not a guarantee. And then I'm going to switch from my Silk Touch to my non-Silk Touch. You know what? That meteor looks kind of big from here. Genuinely, it looks ginormous still. Yeah, no, but if I need to clear... Okay, so we'll see where this gets us. Oh gosh, I might need to clear out the inventory. I might need to clear out the inventory. Unless it finishes up fast enough, then I won't need to clear out the inventory. And I will say, during my law class today, my teacher did disappoint me. Because he was bringing up an entire situation about something I would say that is very important. My main issue is, so the equivalent of this, a good idea of this situation is I think it was like back in 1940s. So in 1940s there was this woman that police were suspicious was, what was it? They were suspicious she was giving unlicensed or illegal, what's it called, abortions, illegal surgical abortions. And the thing about that is so they didn't have really any proof or evidence to back it up. So what they ended up doing is they had one of the female officers go in as, I want to say, kind of a spy type thing, where she was meant to be undercover, and she attempted to have this quote-unquote doctor, or not quote-unquote doctor, well, technically the entire thing's quote-unquote. She attempted 7 times to get this doctor to technically forcefully give her an abortion, surgical abortion. And after 7 tries, the doctor finally caves in. Or at least that's how I feel it was like. What was actually said was, after 4 attempts, the doctor did it and gave the abortion. The thing that threw me off and made me feel slightly slightly disturbed is, and I am extremely happy because, or at least I feel slightly better in the knowing the factor of how the court case ended. But what ended up happening is doctor caved in, set out the medical supplies, and my teacher said after that that woman called in the police, and this doctor was taken to court to a criminal case, and she was let free, or let to walk, because she technically didn't, at the time it was a lot looser of a term, or a lot looser of a sentence, because she didn't get into it properly, or she didn't get the time to touch or do anything to the woman. So they let her off of a technicality basis. And what ends up happening is, and what my teacher, it felt like he was trying to skewer it towards his example, because he easily glided over the fact that, 1940s. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, the majority of 1940s and all that is technology wasn't as big then as it is now. Or at least internet wasn't as extremely big then as it is now. And so an instant flaw that I saw is he didn't take the precautions or the idea of what that doctor could have gone through at that time. Because during that moment and period, vocalization of reviews or speech is very, a lot of stuff was dependent on word of mouth. So if someone told you around that time that, hey yo, this baker, oh my gosh, he's so good at this one type of cookie, you need to try it. People would, because it was recommended by another person, and that was their main way of finding that out. I guess you could also read the newspaper at the time, or go through the magazines about places like that. But a lot of it was word of mouth. If you recommended someone a doctor, or wanted to get rid of a doctor that you personally didn't like, you would tell everybody, oh, I didn't like this doctor for blank, blank, and blank, or make reasons up. And what I feel like that doctor at that time, and this is saying like, oh, 1940s is actually more high tech, if it's actually more about reviews and all that, then I think it is. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't as high tech as where we are now. But that woman, if she would have, and it's sort of a needing, someone wanting to make sure that they keep a job, is what I saw it as. Because they pushed for 7 days straight. And that, and my teacher just threw that aside. Even though I feel like that's very important, along with what the year was and the fact that it was a female doctor. Because if I'm not mistaken, at that time, male doctors were more trusted over females. So her reputation was, her job was very built on her reputation, keeping it standard. So if this got, where'd you come from? But yeah, no, I just feel like, because I do understand it, like, to various degrees. It's like, okay, he tried to make his stance, he tried to make his point, but I also saw, like, I trust his point, but also he refused to complete one set of knowledge to keep his perfect idea that he thought he could make his pure case. And I didn't like it because he would remove key factors out of it that were necessary. And then, what was it? Because there was one more thing, and it had to do with that situation. Because if you took, because I will say, someone coming back 7 days in a row, or doing something more than once, or, wait, did I pick up that bow? Dang. What's in the bow? I thought a bow had fortune. I'll keep it though. But yeah, no, I just feel like, because to put it into a more understandable situation, because not everybody understands back then how it was to be a female doctor. Imagine, and I guess this is more on the guy's end, or it could be for women too, but imagine once a day, every day of a week, you have one person challenging you to a fight, them by punching you. And it's not like they're doing very heavy hits, they're just jabbing you, trying to get you to engage in a fight with them. And then the second you engage into a fight with them, the police are tackling you just because they wanted to see if you were aggressive. That is the equivalent of what I feel like this situation was. The lady the fact that they went back several times to try and force it at that point. Because I felt if they would have did it 4 times, okay, I can see 4. It's a bit of a stretch. I can see 4 though. 7 times feels more than excessive. Because it was pretty obvious that she was refusing to do it. In general. And then they leave out so much in the case, I feel like. And he also doesn't do it justice by trying to see her side of this. And then the reason I can't normally say my piece in his class is because if I try to, it feels like I'm either interrupted or put down the second I have a chance to do anything that would make relative sense to the situation. And I sort of just try and do what I can in that class and just go through it. I just feel like he almost devalued the fact, all the facts that were essential. Man, you're in my place. If he would have been more out there and been like, if he would have at least been more equal to the people. If he would have been more like, I could see why this happened, or this could have been a situation, but he really honed in on the fact that he felt like she should have went to jail. And I feel like if you're going to be a law teacher, you shouldn't deliberately express what your exact idealistics are of a case. Because it will then try and mold the future students or lawyers to be more that directive than having their own unique way of trying to navigate through the area. Because if they keep following your directives, it feels like it's demoralizing to a degree. And I don't want to say that to be rude. It's just me seeing my teacher and then kind of questioning why he sort of just like, I would say questioning is the best option in this statement. I'm kind of just questioning what all was going through his head, if anything was. Because when he felt awfully one-sided. And I think that felt weird to me today. Is how one-sided he tried to make it. Oh, gosh, this is gonna be a pain in the butt to remake. But yeah, that's just how I saw that case and situation. I didn't like the way he tried to format it. Is effectively what it leads to. And if I could change one thing about the way he taught it, it would be him taking everything into account instead of nitpicking very basic portions or very specific portions that tempered to what he wanted to hear. That's what I sort of wish would have happened instead. Because then we would get a lot more variety out of each other. Instead of feeling like if we don't go with his situation, and he says not to buck the hypotheticals. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you're able to, I want to say mastering a certain, if you can master something, it would be being able to bring actual basic logic into your hypotheticals if someone does ask a very specific question. It genuinely just feels like if you can do that, you, as is, are doing a lot better. Wait, is ingots how you make a chest? Nope. It's okay, I'll find out how to make a chest. Oh, I think I might know. I'm doing this by myself. No, nobody's stopping me. Give me a bit, I'll learn it. I told you I'd learn it. I did it. I did it. And then I think for copper golem I just need to place it down. We did it. Yeah, but that's about where I'm at for that. What's a... Oh yeah, so I've already, like... I think I've only mentioned it on my TikTok account, but... Apparently Eminem is suing a Australian swimwear company. Or swimsuit company. Because they called themselves Swim Shady. And if I'm not mistaken, he's mostly just doing it for a financial... I guess I wouldn't say financial. I would say he's mostly just large chest. And then... Let's see... Oh, come on. You messing with me? If I break this, and then I break this, do you just stay there? I do need a lot of copper though. I just want one of these boys. You're my boy. You're my boy. Yeah. You're my boy. Yeah, that's my boy. I can end the stream up here with my boy. This is my boy. He a good boy. And that's where I'm gonna end the stream today. Bye.